Good morning, guys. Good morning. I am just excited about the weather today, man. And I'm also excited because it's Monday. I had a great day yesterday in service, and then me and my wife went and hung out with Pastor Brian and Kristen, this phenomenal, cool couple that has recently, well, not too recently, joined our church. Um, and I just love hanging out with people, and making new friends. I love making new friends, and that's kind of my topic today, just on the power of fellowship and having the ability. I think sometimes, look, when we were growing up in high school and kindergarten and whatnot, we played together and it was kind of easier to make friends. It's almost like there's an atmosphere of friendliness for most of us. And it wasn't always golden for me, because I got picked on and I got bullied, and I had those moments. I was called fat and all that crazy stuff, but I still made friends and had friends. And I think I never really lost that skill, which I see adults seem to lose as we get older, and it's to me it is necessary to still have the ability to be friendly and show yourself to be able to make friends. I think it's just, I mean, even in the Bible it says, a threefold cord is not easily broken, but one cord can be snapped. And I think a lot of us are running solo as just one cord. And I'm not including family members, because it is cool if you have good family members that you're close to. Um, but not everybody has that. Some families treat each other almost like strangers, but they're family in name. But we really don't know anything about each other, and I think that's just that's just sad. But I see that I see that in my own family sometimes. Where we're social and we know each other, but we're not familiar with each other because we don't talk enough and we don't share. So I'm really going to talk about the relationships that we need to continue to build in our life. So if you hear me coughing or sneezing this morning, it's just because you guys know I got allergies. I do not have the coronavirus. I don't have the flu. I don't have a fever. It's just my allergies. So and you guys, anybody who's been watching me for a while knows that whenever the weather breaks, I mean, I'm usually coughing and sniffling in the morning, but whenever the weather changes, like today, where it gets warm, I will start. I've got my box of tissues right here because it just living in Maryland and Delaware is just it's just a whole nother level of pollen for me. So it is what it is. I'm taking my allergy medicine later today because I kind of have to be strategic when I take it so it'll last the majority of the day that I'm working and talking to people. I was joking with, I forget who I was talking to about my setup at work. I got tissues everywhere, and even at my own personal office, I have a tissue at my desk that I do my notes on, and then my chair that I sit on in front of the people. Then I got another box of tissues for my clients. And the one lady reached for the wrong box of tissues, and I had to tell her, those tissues are for me. Your tissues are over there because I need those tissues to blow my nose. Maybe one day I'll take that my dad took this thing where he had to get several shots to clear up and cure his allergies, and it was expensive, but maybe one day I'll do that. But right now it's just me and the box of tissues, so it's all good. So, anyways, um, the power of fellowship, the power of fellowship. You guys know, recently one of my best friends died, Jeffrey, and it was just really traumatic for a lot of us. And I remember I was talking to Yuri, one of my friends from high school, and we were just talking about how it just kind of rocked us because I think up until that point we kind of kept that illusion that we were immortal, that nothing was ever going to touch us. Because I, and I have to confess, I have a very unique group of friends from high school. Just the environment we grew up and the things that we encountered together um, wasn't what you would typically see with a group of black men. So we just kind of grew up with extra, you know, just in our character. And I really appreciate that because it gave us a different perspective on our goals and dreams and just our responsibilities in life. And so I really appreciated that. But when my friend Jeffrey died, it rocked us and reminded, at least me, that time is finite, here in this level, and that, we need to appreciate and cherish the time that we have and not just be so reckless and careless and even thoughtless with our actions today. And so after that, I've made a more concentrated effort to stay in contact with my people, to stay in contact, and even in making new friends, so and it's interesting because not all of us were blessed with having a crew that you can still talk to and hang out with, and the ability to make new friends. Some of us have lost that skill to build support networks, and the basic to me, the basics of that is, do you show yourself friendly? Are you there for people? Are you consistent? Are you compassionate, kind, thoughtful? Or are you just kind of into yourself? Do you call to check on people? And when I do that, I'm and I do that for just about everybody, but the people that are in my inner circle are the ones that call back and check on me. And so it's just a crucial, critical component to being a king or a queen. You know, Part of being true royalty is your ability to manifest and create love. You know, that's how, to me, that's how true loyalty is created, is through the process of love, being loving and receiving love. Being compassionate and thoughtful, and also be having the ability to receive that. Helping people through their most vulnerable times, and vice versa, allowing people to be there for you when you are hurt and vulnerable. I was talking to Brandon last Friday. I had just gone back to hold on. Excuse me. I just gone back to his boxing conditioning on Friday. I had been hesitating because I had gotten so out of shape, and just dealing. And Brandon's class is a little tough. But part of it, to me, is listening to my own encouragement and in the fellowship, man. I love the people that I work out with. So I knew I was coming back, and Brandon knew too. Brandon knew I was coming back to the class, because it's just an important part of just my own plan of rebuilding myself. And so I come back to class, and of course we did. We spar. I got to spar with him, and I got to spar with Taylor, who is the phenomenal champion MMA fighter. And it was humbling and exciting at the same time, because I get to see what else I need to work on. And it's also just exciting because I really get to put it into practice. And I'm going to request from my boy that he allows me to spar with him every time I work out with him Friday, even though it kills me. It's the longest freaking 2-3 minutes of my life, but it's really good for me because I really get to see face to face what I need to work on, and it's just an incredible part of the fellowship, right there and then. So then after that, he's talking to me about the post and the video I did, about, when I remember, I did one about stupid emotions, and I was talking about, how I was grieving over Jeffrey's death, and he just really kind of just, talked to me about, how it really affected him with my ability to be vulnerable. Hold on, let me pass this dude. He's driving a little slow. It's not Sunday, buddy. So okay, anyways, he was just talking to me and just, really encouraging me to continue to be strong by showing my vulnerable side, because it really helps a lot of people. And that part is it. If we can't be vulnerable with the people that we call friends, or that we're trying to become friends with, it's never going to get to that level of connection that we need to really be able to progress and move forward as a team. And I can count. I mean, I've got a lot of good friends back home. But I tell you, it's really powerful when you can make friends in your adult life that you're tight with, and that requires not only patience but consistency. You know, in all those areas. And it is important. I know a lot of y'all think you can run solo, and okay, you can, but I guarantee you, you will never be as good as you could be at, unless you have a team. And the reason I say that is because I learn from my people, and they cover me as well as I cover them with love, compassion, encouragement, and wisdom. I try to surround myself with people that are that are just sharp, because I want to learn from them. And they challenge me. They challenge me to be better than I am, to be better tomorrow than I am today, to be better today than I was yesterday, to be a man of my word, or a woman of your word. And that is just the power of fellowship. So we're sitting there with Brian and Kristen, and we're just talking. We went to what was the place? Oh, Candied Yams. Candied Yams. Food was pretty good. Service was incredibly slow. So I'm just letting you know, don't go there if you're immediately hungry, because it took us a minute to get served. And I mean a minute in black people terms. Like, we were sitting there, we probably sat there 20 minutes before they came and asked us if we wanted anything to drink. So just saying, you're gonna be waiting, you know. My wife was just like, we're not going back there. But regardless of that, we had an incredible time hanging out with Brian and his wife, Kristen. And they also do YouTube videos. And I need to figure out how to put a link on here. But I know Brian's is called Keeping It Real with Brother Brian, and I forget what Kristen's page is called. But I'm gonna have to put links up for them, or I might just share some of their videos, because they're really informative on just they're a powerful young Christian couple that just talks about just living life and being loving, and just doing the right thing. And a lot of us, we don't necessarily intentionally do the right thing. It just happens upon us. And it is my focus to be intentionally thoughtful and responsible of my actions, because I know they affect the people around me, the world around me. Um, and that is part of not just my mission and my calling, but my business. I mean, I'm in the business of helping people get to the best that they can be. And in order to do that, I have to be friendly. And I'm not talking about breaking therapeutic relationships or anything like that. I'm talking about showing yourself compassionate and kind and consistent. Okay. And so many times, and it sometimes it's very sad for me to see people when they come into my office that don't have any friends, and they look to me as their only friend, and I'm just like, oh my god, that's, I mean, yeah, yeah, I'm gonna be there, as much as I can, but you know, it's not it's how do I put this? It's a very sad state when we've gotten into our adult life. I'm talking about my 40s, 50s, and 60s, and I don't have anybody that I can count on just to talk to. Now mind you, that also is a reflection of ourselves. Have we actively been on the hunt to find good people in our life? Because I think a lot of us will make excuses. Well, we've gotten hurt a couple times, and then we just quit the game. We just quit the friend game, and we need to take a look at ourselves. Why? It's almost like in romantic relationships, which I think sometimes is a little easier to identify. If I keep picking crazy, manipulative um, women to date that keep stabbing me in the back and breaking my heart, what's the problem? Is it the women, or is it me that keeps attracting and finding these women? I mean, we got to get real sometimes. Why are all the people in my life so dysfunctional? You know, and because your friends let's get real. I don't mean to step on any toes, but let's get real. Our friends are a reflection of what's going on the inside of us. And so if you want a better class of friends, you might need to do some self-improvement. You need to check yourself and say, okay, am I a good friend? Is there a reason why people don't call me back? And if you have the courage to really take a hard look at yourself and make those corrections, your circle will change. I mean, you know, some of us are more comfortable with the sick and the dysfunctional than the healthy, because the healthy will challenge us. And there is a detour on my road. Okay, no problem. Some of us are more comfortable hanging out with those other people that aren't doing anything with their life. And that's a problem, because if you really aspire to be successful in all areas, your faith, your health, your wealth, your relationships, if you want to be wealthy in all those areas, take a look at your circle. Who is in your circle? Because if you're surrounding yourself with a bunch of bitter, angry, broke, dysfunctional, addicted, abusive people, that is going to affect you. That is going to affect you and be a reflection of you. So part of it is, I need to go. If, if I'm fishing or living in a stagnant, mosquito filled, dirty pond, that's what I'm going to manifest in my life. Nothing but dead things. But if I go to a river where things are living and popping and moving, that is also going to change my life. I will also have to adapt to be in an environment of health and wealth, of love and prosperity, because I'm in that environment. So if you want to create a better circle, you're going to have to get into a different environment to let that manifest. If that does that make sense? Like I was thinking about, all 90% of the friends I have now in where I live are about that healthy lifestyle. I mean, a good chunk of them. I mean, look, my pastor, he is like, I'm waiting for my pastor to start doing triathlons. He's just ridiculously healthy. You know, Brandon, Demont, my trainer Sue, or my old friend Patrick. I still watch him on videos, watching him lift and get healthy. James. I mean, all of them are about maintaining health and getting better and better. And so that has affected me to follow in their footsteps. And now I want to help other people. So now my boy Lavelle is also working out and eating health. And he was just telling me just last week. He said, "Will, my knee doesn't hurt," and I was like, "Wow!" I didn't even expect it to happen that fast. But he's been eating healthier, eating vegetables and all that, just to actually have a better life. And so I'm just like, yeah, see, it works. It works. Just hanging out and fellowshipping with healthy people that are full of love and joy, sometimes that's the best vitamins we can take. So that is my message for this morning. Um, don't be don't be afraid to make new friends because it's worth it. It's worth it. Okay. So I love you guys, and I will talk to you later. It's a great day. Enjoy this day. Keep me in prayer. I'll keep y'all in prayer. And just in regards to the coronavirus, just make sure you are definitely washing your hands more frequently. Carry some sanitizer with you, um, and just pay attention. Pay attention to the environment as things change, and just listen to the news and just use common sense. Okay, love you guys. Talk to you later. Peace.